Hello folks and welcome to Crusader Kings 3 and a little bit of a different video on my side. In fact, I have been away from YouTube for basically what is a year, and even before that I was publishing intermittently. So today I have kind of just a narrated video of a campaign that I did with a friend of mine in Crusader Kings a year ago, actually. So this is not with the latest DLCs activated. But yeah, basically what we're doing here is I started down in Darfur and he started in Blemnia, I think, but basically Ethiopia there. And we started off as Kushites, and the whole idea was to, because the Kushites are essentially like ancient Egyptians in terms of religiously, not entirely the same, but it's the same kind of branch. I think it is, or Upper Nubian or not Nilotic religion. And our idea was, you know, let's just have some fun, play around with this, see if we can reform the faith and reconquer Egypt and spread it across the world and see where it goes. And so that's what we were doing. You can see there that within the first lifetime of me playing here with Ptolemaios, I already went ahead and successfully did that. I also made sure I played around with the idea that what if I have this house that is supposedly, or they think that they are the true heirs of the Ptolemaic Dynasty. So of course my character is called Ptolemaios Lygos, after the OG dynasty in the area. Forget what he was playing as, if he customized his house that much. But yeah, I end up expanding quite quickly. Of course, I'm a little bit, not to toot my own horn here, but I am a bit of a CK3 veteran, or CK veteran rather. And my friend, he's pretty good too. He's played a lot of Paradox games, but I suppose I do have thousands of hours, and he does not. But, I think it's fun, the balance. Or also, like, I try to limit myself to go ahead and just play, role playing. Try to like limit myself in terms of things to achieve and how I should role play, and I always end up overachieving, I suppose, because with this first guy here, I already get also sacred lineage. I restore the faith. I create this kingdom, and I think I even get the empire before he dies. But yeah, he gets the anointed, which is really cool, and I go down the glory dynasty legacies. I think here or what did I do? I tried to go ahead for a little bit of a roleplay selection there, I think. And then my plan, of course, is to expand westwards, as he has Abyssinia in his sights. The Arabian, or I guess our problem, we reform the faith, but our big worry all this time is that at any point that the Islamic faith is just going to come down and destroy us. So I'm like basically rushing our way to get away from tribal, or to become feudal essentially somehow. Although for me, at least my location, very deserty, so if any armies were to walk around and try to kill me, I think I would have had that advantage. But yeah, I'm trying to I'm watching this and remembering it as I'm speaking. So not the most professional of videos here, but it's been a long time since I've been on YouTube, and I'm just putting this out there, hoping that it's somewhat enjoyable, and maybe if you have watched me before, you get a little bit of an update on what I've been doing. In fact, yes, I haven't even said what I've been doing. So this past year, I've been working full-time at Stockholm University in a project there, and it's been a lot of fun. But now I'm going to go back to focusing on other things, including hopefully a little bit more of YouTube again. And it's been so long now that the YouTube algorithm has changed a lot, and I really don't know what to go ahead and do. because the era of short videos, not shorts, but like shorter videos, came, and I think it's still around, but I'm thinking that it might be on the way out, you know. But we'll see. I'm sure I'll be playing some Paradox games, try some challenges there, try to cut up some videos. I think I underestimated, or not underestimated, but underestimate the pleasure that I get from actually making YouTube videos and trying to earn part of my living that way. And yeah, I'm looking forward to trying to do that again. If you have any suggestions for challenges, for games that I should play, please go ahead and let me know down below. That would be fantastic. So here, what's happened? So this is my player Aaron's son, and I guess I'm just naming him. And this must be my second ruler. Trying to remember, yeah, so he's the second there, and he wasn't that good. I guess his learning was high, but I did focus on the learning focus a lot in this playthrough, mostly because I was the one trying to reform the faith there. Some war declarations, some mail stuff. You'll see here very quickly that I, of course, spiral out of control, and to be fair, the cuts that I have for this campaign are a little bit all over the place. I think I have multiple hours, of course, of recording, but at some points I kind of just forgot to record. I wasn't really taking it seriously in terms of like, oh, I'm making a video out of this, so I just cut around all over the place. And here I think I established a holy order, the first one in our faith here. There's a lot of shenanigans between us in terms of like us not messing around, but becoming allies and, you know, intermarrying our families, which was a lot of fun, but I didn't really capture that. And I also wasn't really able to capture our conversations and dialogues that much. I've had a lot of, actually, I mean, not to be, you know, the carpenter who blames his tools, but in recent years, I think post-pandemic, I've been having a lot of problems with my OBS recording software, and no YouTubers, no amount of, you know, Reddit posts or any support has been able to really fix that for me. I mean, I'm running MKV files and recording in all the settings that I'm supposed to, but for some reason, when I record, sometimes I lose frames or I lose entire parts of the recording. It's almost like subsections of the file get corrupted somehow, and it is very frustrating, and it definitely affects the amount of content that I do get. And another aspect is also that my computer is getting a little bit old. Of course, I do exchange some parts, you know, increase my RAM, increase a certain number of things, but I was just thinking, you know, I bought this PC that I have now in 2017. That is, you know, 7 years ago. There are children walking around now that talk and do things, and they were younger. They're younger than my current setup. But it works well, and other than the recording problems, I suppose. But I guess I'm getting up there, and, you know, I'm at this stage where I can't change the CPU, because I already had the best CPU for the motherboard. And my graphics card is still a 1070 Ti. Guess we're what are we at now? 470? No, even further. I forget. You know, I'm getting that's when you know you're getting old. Time just passes. Generations keep jumping around. But the switching of the CPU is obviously you need a new motherboard, and that's just a process I don't really want to do, and it's a big investment basically to be like, ooh, I'm gonna now change the motherboard, because then you change the motherboard, you need to change the CPU. Apparently my water cooler for the CPU would also not be compatible with the new CPU. So yeah, lots of little things there. Oh yeah, so yeah, this is my friend creating Audron. I think he goes ahead and changes the name. Notos, I think, was the... So, yeah, of course, I renamed a lot of things. The Kingdom of Notos, or Empire of Notos, that I created is the south in the ancient Greek, as far as I understand. And here, Ipsokari culture. I don't remember where I got that name from. I think it's like desert culture. Yeah, I kind of like this mechanic of the cultures. I've already mentioned it in some other videos that I've made, of course, if you've followed my Crusader Kings content, where it's a nice addition in terms of like gameplay, and I like that you get customization. However, on a roleplay perspective, it's something I kind of dislike. I don't like that a ruler can single-handedly manipulate a culture. Like, that's not how cultures work. Cultures are things that develop on a macro scale, right? You know, it's not just the court that decides and then imposes everything on everyone else, unless it's like spelling reforms and like this fashion and stuff. But it's not like they're consciously, especially in this era, thinking about, oh, let's nation build and create a culture. But hey, it's fun, I suppose. I used to be a lot more petty about these types of details and try like having games be as realistic as possible. Right, so this is we were really lucky. The Sultanate of Egypt here, Arabia, blew up, and so we were able to go north and invade as they had split up there. And by capturing that, I felt much safer. I think we all felt much safer. I think Arabia did... Oh yeah, so this is me. I think I died here by poisoning from someone. Or no, I survived. But this character does die. It's under suspicious circumstances later. Oh wait, no. Passed on. Well, died in his sleep. Yeah, I suppose it wasn't clear. I think it's the next few characters here. There's someone who dies in a horsing accident, and he or she was doing very well. My player heir then, of course, Cleopatra. Right, I start killing a bunch of people. What was it for? Okay, so he died because he was poisoned. That was a thing. And then Cleopatra becomes the queen, but she becomes a powerful and important figure in my dynasty here. Now I think by this time, wards and like the expansion wards and something had been released already, or it was released as we were playing. So we had that, but we don't have the latest. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and look up Crusader Kings 3 DLC. Just see what I had missed, or what I haven't played since then. This is the last time I played Crusader Kings, or really any Paradox game. I think I had a Stellaris phase in early 2024, but this is August 2023. And the expansions, yes. Let's see. Tours and tournaments. Legends of the Dead. I haven't played that yet. Tours and tournaments was there already, yeah. And there's something else. Yeah, I mean, I do have some content to publish. I have this. I also have a sort of unfinished campaign. I mean, all Crusader or all Paradox campaigns are, you know, technically unfinished if you when you get tired of them, I suppose. But where I played as a exiled Roman and Hellenic pagan in India, and was trying to reform the faith and bring it back to Europe, and I do successfully go ahead and do that. So I think I'll be editing that together into a short video and publishing it. I think that one I may have voiced over, hopefully, with live voiceover content, so that I don't have to just look at it and talk about my life instead of, you actually get updates on what's happening. Now, I don't remember why I was looking at Sweden here. Oh yeah, because they got like Hindu faith there. Oh, this is something, yeah, the Tours and Tournaments expansion, a lot of fun, really liked it, all these interactions. Sometimes it got a little bit repetitive, but being able to travel, I mean, that it has added so much to the game, I think, and I really enjoy it. I think here is when, yeah, so I'm like, this is where I kind of get carried off, or I'm already a little bit too big for what I thought I was gonna do, but, oh yeah, so this is my friend creating the Upper Nilotic culture there. Here I disinherit someone for unclear reasons, but I definitely get carried away, and at some point I even invade Italy and try to capture the Pope for... Or no, it's not the Pope. It's just like I saw, you see a weakness and you're like, yes, I have to go. Here we go. Yeah, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna take Italy because I can, even though it makes no real sense. I try to roleplay it as, oh, but we have some marriage there or something. We have to take it. What's this? Oh yeah, my son died. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I don't really know what is popular in the Crusader Kings community right now and what people are watching. And maybe it's not the way to go either, maybe I should just go my own way. I've also thought of just live streaming, to be fair, me playing Crusader Kings and things, but I don't really... When I've live streamed, it's hard in terms of like audience. I haven't noticed, people don't really show up, and that's kind of sad. Because if I could, I would. If my job was to just play Crusader Kings twice a week for a live audience, I would love to do that. But wouldn't we all? So this is it. Tasting the ground, a little tumble. Oh, this is my... Something, wife was killed or something? Oh no, no, I fell, right. Became incapable here. There's, I mean, I guess because I'm recording and then I'm focused on myself, you're not noticing the interesting, or what my friend's doing. But basically, it's interesting because I have a much larger empire, on paper. But he had, and I have like the Nile, and I also built really tall in some of my areas. But in terms of troop count, I actually, technically, I think we were pretty on par for most of it until the end here, where I get really big. I guess it was also, I was getting too big and it was getting too easy. We would probably have continued, but then I started my job, and the campaigns peter out. But I did get an independence war here as soon as my queen died, and this is where my empire starts falling apart. But it was fun because I like despite there's always that bitter taste of, oh no, I'm failing. But the fact that my empire kind of split up into its constituent parts, they're all following our religion and have our culture, and I do have the claims to try to be able to take it back. But it did allow me to control, or become more manageable, and have fun maybe with the story a little bit more. And I like that it's also happened in, of course, a Regency transition. This is the final moments of my empire, I suppose, here. Dissolution War. Oh, it's so sad to even see it and remember. It almost makes me want to fire up the save again and take my vengeance. But yeah. Again, this video, just a little update, a short little Crusader Kings tasting. And again, if you have any ideas that you have for any challenges, especially limited challenges that I can achieve within a specific amount of time, I'd love to hear those. And in the meantime, this has been GameGabster. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Farewell.